those four aspects, king, warrior, magician, lover, being, thinking, feeling, doing, also relate to the three lower bodies as well as our higher mind or spirit. So the lower mind is the thinking aspect, the brain, the rationale, the 2 + 2 = 4. That's associated with the warrior. That's why I got a little sword over there with the mind. Feeling aspect is emotional. It is associated with the magician. In fact, the doing aspect is associated with the lover. Now, you may have heard me describe it differently at different times, but this is where I'm at now, and this is what I've come to discover now. That the lover is associated with the body, sensation, feeling, and then the fourth, being, is associated with spirit, and that's associated with king. And so when we talk about the king's path, we're talking about the ordering aspect within the psyche. The king is the conduit between the God aspect, right, the archetypal world, and then, like I said before, our soul, our thinking, our feeling, and then our body, our doing. So we got thinking, feeling, and doing, which are the lower aspects of our abilities. You're thinking, you're feeling, you're doing. They're very bodily. They're very sensational. They're very grounded, let me say. The king aspect is spirit, very ungrounded. It's archetypal, right? We were talking about before how archetype means pattern. Pattern means father, pater, paternity, patriarchy, pattern, archetype. The spirit. So the king aspect within man is really associated with our spirit. And that's why it's so confusing for us. The spirit or spirit archetype is like a blueprint. And it's associated with being, because there's nothing, a blueprint isn't actually anything. It's a pattern, right? And that's why it's so mystical. That's why it's so confusing. That's why it's elusive. But what else does a pattern do? What else does an archetype do? What does a blueprint do? It orders. So when we're in touch with our king, when we are accessing our king, we are putting our thinking, our feeling, our doing in order. They are being ordered by our inner king. And what are they ordering themselves to? The Father, the pattern, God the Father, the archetypal world, however you want to describe it. You know, I go back and forth between Christianity and occult in a lot of my language because it just helps me describe these things.